everybody, and welcome to Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast, episode 86.
It feels like it's episode 87.
We just started recording and Rachel's husband called.
Yes, he's annoying.
He got us out of our flow, but we were laughing a lot before we started the other one, so this will be better.
I'm Rachel.
Yeah, I'm Jo. We're twins, and
I've got a lamp coming out of my head.
We design knitting patterns, and we do lots of knitting, and we share it with you on YouTube.
Yes.
If you're new here, we don't normally record from this location. We're actually in a hotel in Waltham Abbey because we're going to Waltham Abbey Wool Show tomorrow. So we've come tonight. We're going to have a nice dinner, stay in the hotel, and then go to the yarn show in the morning. So we're going to share with you our normal FOs,
Bit of life.
bit of chit chat, and then what's coming up, what we're planning to knit.
Have you got any acquisitions with you?
I don't think I've got any acquisitions.
No, I've got a few.
Did you bring them with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a few acquisitions. So we usually start with admin. Yeah. So do you want to go through the admin?
Yeah. So we said Waltham Abbey.
Yeah.
So this is actually our 4th anniversary of podcasting.
Yeah.
So happy anniversary, Jo. So if you're new, there's 85 other episodes to go back and watch, plus some bonus ones. And we just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's, if you've been here from the beginning, thank you.
Or gone back and watched all the episodes, like we know a few people have.
Yeah. But we love having all of you here. So, and if you watch and you don't subscribe, please hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, and share with...
Help us grow a little bit.
Yeah, share with your fellow knitters.
Yeah.
And
there's also a new thing called Hype.
Yeah.
You can hype 3 podcasts a week that are in the first... They've only been in the first 7 days of them being published. If they have less than 50,000 subscribers, you can hype their video. So if anybody wants to hype us, that would be
that'd be fab.
Yeah. So what's been happening with you since the last time?
So I've got better.
We both got better, actually.
You can tell from my voice, I think, that I'm feeling a lot better. I had a week working from home, and then I've been in the office for a week, done lots of knitting. Had the weekend in between. Oh, you came to...
We came for Christmas. Oh yeah, we had Christmas finally.
We had Christmas last weekend. So I was cooking Christmas dinner, but we were too poorly to have Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. So we postponed it, and we managed to reschedule last weekend.
Yeah, I feel like
Rachel and Mark came over, and I forced them...
Absolutely delicious.
I forced them to pull crackers and wear
hats.
I
enjoy it all. I'm there for it all.
Yeah.
But Mark is...
The air conditioning's come on again. I thought I turned it off.
If that's annoying, then I'm sorry. We might be able to... We'll speak up.
Yeah.
I'm married to the Grinch, basically, or I've never watched the Grinch, so I don't know exactly what the Grinch does, but he's definitely bar humbug about everything to do with Christmas. So he had beef. And
I enabled. I'm just going to go and turn the...
Okay.
See what I can do to turn that off, because it's really irritating me.
Right. And it was lovely, and we just went over for the day, and then we sat and did a bit of knitting, didn't we? And that's allowed.
It's got worse. I don't know how to turn it off. To switch off air conditioning.
Apologies for this. Oh, she's making it worse.
No, that's to switch it off.
All right, okay. Hopefully it'll stay off now. Sorry about that, everybody. Goes back. So since the last podcast, I've been in hospital.
Not for very long.
No, only for one night. And I had an infection in my right lung, which was the lingering RSV virus, or a secondary infection. And then, so I had antibiotics again and got better pretty quick. So, yeah, all good in that department. Had my pick line out, which has just changed my life again. It's been amazing. So, yeah.
What else was on there? Oh,
I was to say, so the reason that we're recording on a different software is because Jo's finally upgraded her phone. So she will tell you a funny story about upgrading her phone.
So 2 things really.
Do you mind if I just eat a bit of chalk while you're
No, go for
talking?
So I don't know if anybody's really interested in this, but I rang E. I'm with E, and I rang them to upgrade my phone because there were a couple of things I wanted to check weren't going to disappear from my package if I upgraded. And I chatted to a very lovely young man who explained that they deliver via DPD, and you can pay a certain fee for a weekday delivery and a higher fee for a weekend delivery. So I was like, well, it's fine. I'm not around at this weekend, so I'll just have it delivered on Monday when I'm working from home, and all will be good. My husband will be in the office. There won't be any, no inconvenience to Mr. Twinset and Purl. Anyway, I was driving up about 2 seconds away from Rachel's house today, and Chris calls me and he's like, the DPD guy's here with a parcel. He needs a code. What's happening? And I was like, it's meant to be coming on Monday. That's the whole point. So the guy didn't seem to want to wait, but I was like, look, literally, I'm 30 seconds. I'll park and I'll get the code, and so all's good. The phone is there. But the EE guy said, are you going to trade your old phone in? And I said, oh no, I need it just in case our new software doesn't work for my podcast. And he said, oh, what do you podcast about? And I said, me and my twin sister knit, and we design knitting patterns, and we podcast about knitting. It's called Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast. I said, you spell the purl Purl, like the knitting. I said, your mum might be interested. Does your mum knit? She might be interested. And he said, I've got 2 hours off now. I'm going to go and watch it.
Yeah.
So that'll be funny.
I'm just taking my tablet back.
Hi EE guy, if you get into the podcast and you watch. Yeah, so I'm getting
how beautiful you are.
Oh, so I'm getting a new phone when I get back tomorrow. Hooray! Yeah, that's about it really. For life, not massively exciting.
I will be wearing a mask for the entire weekend because I do not want to get ill.
No, you don't want to get ill again. Right.
So we are looking forward
to seeing everybody tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fab.
So what are we wearing? Shall I go first because yours is?
Yeah.
So I'm wearing I'm going to take it off actually because I'm very hot as well. So. But it's my cute little.
Oh, it was your FO last time.
Yeah. And
I finally now sewn the ends in.
I sewn the ends in and I gave it a steam. This is my sparkly miniature page, hugely modified page. So it's knitted using Mamie and Florrie alpaca fluff, 100% alpaca, in the colourway Kelvin's Grove, and
which when it's on, is it this colour on other yarn as well?
It's dark. It's dark. Yeah. It's quite light on the suri.
Yeah,
on the alpaca. And I've held it with the burgundy red paillettes, pinky red actually.
You can just see them in the light.
Yeah, and they are held every other row, so it's like striped. They're not on every row because I wanted to make them last, but it's sparkly enough, and it's very soft. And yeah, so I knitted it, I held them double, and I knitted it on size 5mm needles.
It's
size 8 if
definitely,
you're American.
the colour, like in the colour family of the season, isn't
Yeah.
it, really?
I wanted
Lovely.
to go with my new coat, Burgundy coat.
Mm.
And so it just ties round once and then has a little tie there. I thought you could wear it not tied, but and I followed the page pattern until I got to section 2. Three's the
You did a
centre.
smaller section.
3's
too.
the centre, isn't it?
Yeah.
So so I did a shorter section 2 and then 5 inches in the middle and then the decreases, and it's perfect.
And you could do it like that, and if you did
Like that.
yeah.
Just about. It might not stay.
Move your hair.
It's but Amy is doing kits with beautiful colours and the paillettes and everything, so they are gorgeous. And Jode's done
a cowl
with the big ones,
yeah.
but Amy is going to be Unravel with all her sparkles, I think. So
cool.
So that's what I'm wearing. What are you wearing? Do you want to talk about it now? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
go for it.
So I don't know how this came about. I finished a couple of things which I'll show you later on. So I had some free needles, and
no spare time.
No, but I was thinking I just wanted to design something, just a little. I think it was because I was knitting one of the Goddess Shawls, and I was thinking I actually want just to have one that I can just tie.
Yeah.
So I designed this little.
Designed and knit. How long did it take you?
Just over 2 days. So this is going to be called the Lizzy Shoulette. So it's just a garter stitch, and then it has this little dip stitch pattern
That makes it look like a Cornish pasty.
along the border. So gives a little bit of a scallop along the border. No, because I wasn't doing it when I saw her. But the idea for this is that we're going to donate the money
up to £500.
Up to 500. The first £500 from patterns when they're sold. Obviously, it needs to be written yet, and it needs to be test knit.
Beautiful though.
But the
this is merino singles, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't weighed it yet.
No.
But I think it's going to be.
I've got my scales just here.
It's less than 1 skein though for that, and let's measure it and see.
It's not 0 yet.
Okay, scientist.
Well, it has to be 0, doesn't it? 50.14.
I think maybe we take a couple of repeats out the middle and make it 50.
Yeah. Tie it on again.
51.4 grams. So yeah, it's just like a little, and I've done it I just had a scrap, like half a skein of this yarn hanging around.
But it isn't. It's your kind of colour.
But
it's beautiful.
You could do it in almost anything. And I'm thinking of doing a stripy one.
I've got my yarn for it.
And
where did I put it?
If you did a stripy one, your dip stitch would be always in the same colour.
But the slip stitch
wouldn't be,
and the slip stitch wouldn't be.
Yeah, and
that would be like Maggie.
Yeah,
slip stitch.
And this would be stripy.
Nice. So I found this yarn, which has been knocking around. I've lost the label. I think it's something like cowgirl or something. I bought it. It's merino singles, and it's more than 50 grams.
124.
And there's no label in it.
Yeah.
So this was bought in a shop.
We can both have one.
Yeah. A shop. Either the yarn show I went to in Seattle, or the shop that my friend and I think it was the shop that my friend and she took me to. This was the holiday where I had a friend, Mark hates it when I've got a friend who lives nearby. So I had a friend, an old friend, who lives in Seattle now. She moves around and I seem to go wherever she goes. She doesn't watch this, but she's called Kathy. She's lovely. We met actually when we were put together we're both scientists, and we were put together when we were students to share a room in a hotel. I've told this story before, when we couldn't afford a hotel on our own, and we've been friends ever since. So anyway.
And there's another tale when we went to Boston.
Oh yes.
And Rach lost her passport couldn't get there until
for
2 days. And I had to spend the day with Kathy, who thought she knew me, because obviously I looked like her, but it was like...
But also...
Fiona and her didn't get on, and I spent the whole time being moderator.
And then I arrived and it was all okay. Anyway, she took me to go to this yarn show that I was going to get an Uber to, that would have been like $80 each. So she took me to that, and she kept walking around going, "What's a skein?" And people were just thinking she was hysterical. Anyway, on the way, then another day, she said, "Was there anywhere else you'd like to go?" And I said, "I'd really like to go to Toll, Fine Yarns." So she took me to, I can't remember the name of the place, a real quaint name, where it is, in Washington State. And we had amazing Mexican food afterwards. And then on the way home, there was another yarn. She's like, "Sure, I've seen another yarn store around." So we went there, and that's where I got this. Long story short.
Short story long.
Yeah. I don't know the colourway, but something to do with a cowgirl or cowboy. But it's beautiful. And it's merino singles. And I have kept it, and I keep putting it with things for something else, and then don't knit it. And so I saw it and thought that's going to be perfect for my Lizzy. You can have one. You can have the leftovers.
So I have found a homeless charity that's based in Bedminster, where I live, or near where I live, and it's all about a step up, not a handout. So they try and help people who are homeless to get back into accommodation. And they provide showers and laundry facilities and things like that.
For dignity.
So we'll be donating the first £500, and then I work for a company that does match giving.
So they will match.
So they'll match the first £500. So we'll that'll be happening as soon as we've had it written, the pattern, and there's been a test, or you could test it. It's not going to need much, I don't think. We'll let you know when that goes live.
Cool. So that was what we're wearing now. Pattern of the pod. So we've loved the pattern. You loved last time's pattern of the pod. That went really well.
Actually, most of the patterns of the pod.
Yeah, I've done really well. So because it just happens to be these members of the family birthday, very close to each other, we have decided to give you Simon and Christopher, Chris, for 50% off until we podcast again, which is going to be the end of the month. So they're both mine.
Yeah.
This is my test knit for Joe. That's the back.
Is it?
No, that's the front on the pearl.
Oh right, okay.
So I did the version where you just added the random squares wherever you wanted to. I kind of didn't do it. I did do it where I wanted to too, but I drew them on the pattern, so I knew where I was going. But I've got three colours of Surrey. And
what was the base yarn?
It's Debbie Bliss Fine Donegal.
So Chris is a waffle knits and pearls textured pattern.
And the Joe did 3 different.
Yeah, the original one had some mohair held on every pearl bump,
which was a fade.
Yeah,
wasn't it, of mohair?
And then there was this version, and then there was a version where it forms a cross,
like that.
Yeah.
And so Joe had an idea. She told me about the idea, and this is what I envisioned.
Not what I envisioned.
No. So quite funny, isn't it?
Mm.
This is I love mine, and I finished it during the test knit.
Yeah.
I was very proud of myself. Was that this year?
No,
last year.
year.
Was it for your Chris's birthday? Or the year before?
I remember taking it to giving, because Sophie's got the cross version one because it's in her yarn.
That must have been Yorkshire Yarn Fest last.
2024. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's, and that isn't a cowl.
No.
So this one is the Simon Shawl and Cowl pattern. That's the wrong way up. And this is knitted, this is the last one I finished actually, which is in old number 7 and crema from Birdstreet Yarn in the merino mohair luxury base, and it is just luxury, isn't it? It's beautiful.
So Simon is a slip stitch garter pattern,
and he's
forms
addictive.
like a hound tooth. Yeah, most people don't knit just one.
No. So I started this the end of 2024 and finished it in the middle of 2025, and so I've only just really been like autumn time, just been wearing it.
Yeah, but it's perfect.
It is, and it's just.
I like to put them on my shoulders because I'm a bit cold.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've got an acrylic.
I had to take my, well, I was wearing a leopard print top,
It's too
cardigan, and
much.
it was a bit much on the camera. I will put Simon around.
Right.
So yeah, so they'll be 50% off for about 2 weeks.
So this will be going up when we get back. So you can, obviously you don't even know we're doing this right now. Right. Faux.
So this is one of my faux. And then I've got 2 goddesses.
Cool.
We haven't decided which name is which yet.
Shall I do that then? Shall I talk about my socks? And then you can talk about you, because you just talked about your thing.
Okay.
I shall find them. So I finished. I blocked them, so didn't need to bring the blockers.
Oh, wow.
So these are, I think, just did not. I thought it had a fold mark in it. These are my another blooming Christmas socks, vanilla socks.
Nice.
The last pair from last year. So I did one last year and one this year, and the yarn is absolutely gorgeous.
Is it zebra?
It's on zebra, yeah. You've got some. I'm sure I bought you a skein at the same time.
I have.
It's so lovely, and I just need everything on zebra now, because I think I've got a bright one on zebra.
With a bang?
I've got a bright one on zebra, and then I bought Pebbles on a Beach, but it was before they did the zebra with nylon, so I can't knit socks with it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a hat.
I've got the Beks one on. Is it called Beks Creates on zebra?
That was the one that Claire did her Claire with.
And I've got Town and Country Mice.
Anyway, when Jo might get me a skein when she goes to
Little Flop,
because that was the other admin, is that we're having a year of mindful stash positions and trying to knit from our stash. So we are not going mad tomorrow, basically. And
we have a budget.
And we're not going to buy anything on the first go round.
Yeah, we are also getting stuff for a giveaway for our Podiversary.
We are.
And we'll have a small giveaway for the festival.
Yeah.
Because we usually get a gift from the festival.
So
share the yarn, show love.
So those are my first finished pair for this year. My only finished pair for this year. Right. Now, you've got 2 and I've got 2 then.
Oh, right,
so you can talk about those 2 and then I'll talk about
So we haven't named them yet. We've got names, but haven't decided which name is which.
So we won't talk about the names.
No. But there's this.
You have shown them before.
Yeah, I have. But the 2 are finished.
2 croissants.
2 croissants. So this is the
I
cashmere.
think croissant was the plural of croissant.
So this
Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is the cashmere and mohair one.
This is the one for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing this tomorrow around the festival.
That's the wrong side.
Yeah. So it's mohair and cashmere.
Actually, is it the wrong side? No, that's the right side.
It's mohair. It doesn't really matter, does it? They both look nice. It's Sandnes Garn.
Sandnes Garn cashmere and Knitting for Olive mohair.
Striped with garter and a star stitch.
It's not garter, it's stocking stitch.
Right, that's the right side then.
Yeah. Stocking stitch and the little star motif that's on Beks.
Yes. So I will be wearing that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Jo will style it for me, I'm sure.
And what I found is if you're knitting 3 of something, they take a long time to finish one of them.
Does it feel like you're knitting 3 of something rather than one of 3 different shawls?
No, because I don't normally have that many shawls on the needles at once.
No. But also the third one you've only just started, or had only just started.
Yeah,
so
I'm not.
These were a bit. This is the longest one that you've talked about.
Yeah.
The most. But it's beautiful, and it's in Jo knitted it. It's in this beautiful burgundy to go with my
coat.
Yeah, and our love of plum yarn.
And then
year, so
this is a lacy version.
This is the one that I'm going to knit. I love it.
So it's feather and fan lace, and then a little star stitch
beautiful
in between, and the mohair.
And this is longer. Have you
Yeah.
weighed this one? Is this more than one?
I haven't weighed. No, it's only one.
Think of is it more than how much yarn? It's weird. No, it's nothing more than that.
No,
It's one skein of mohair and one skein
Yeah.
of yarn, so you're probably gonna
have enough left over
Yeah.
to. You could do a small.
Yeah, because it's long. It seems a lot longer than that one, or is it?
It's only just a little bit.
Oh, right,
longer.
okay. That's the right side.
Yeah. I actually blocked it wrong.
Okay.
Full confessions. I blocked the straight edge as the curved edge because it's so like
malleable
yeah.
with the thing. I think I quite like them straight because you're going to wear it
Yeah.
anyway. It's Malabrigo
Sock and
Sandbank and Urban Purl.
No, Botanical Yarn.
Oh, Botanical Yarn.
Mohair in the colourway Flock Fibre Festival 2024.
Right.
And it looks really.
It's weird, isn't it? But it won't look like when you wear it.
No.
It's just beautiful colours though.
And there's little flashes of orange, mostly pink.
So like
and
an autumnal.
beigey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
From a distance.
Because you also
wear it.
Yeah, so the majority of it is beige. Because in the cake it looked.
Pink.
Got it with you?
Yes.
So
that's how much you've got left. And that much of
I've got beautiful.
So you probably have enough to knit a pair of socks. No?
Oh, I need 60 grams.
Oh,
What
I
you've
think
got?
it's 40 grams for a pair of socks.
No, 60 grams. You look at us weighing stuff today. You've got how much is left?
52.5.
With contrast heels and toes, you could do a sock with that.
I'm actually going to knit this size in this band. $28.
Perfect. So that would be a mini. No, more than a mini. One skein of Rowan or that kind of thing. A 25 gram ball of mohair. So I've got some Malabrigo mohair. And I'm going to knit it with some Wee County Yarns Kinross 4-ply. That's going to be the softest thing you've ever felt.
Nice.
Although I'm actually going to be testing 2 patterns for Jo concurrently.
So I'm very happy
So-
to have got that off the needles.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I did enjoy knitting. I did really enjoy knitting it, but
You have to make that into a croissant
it's
again.
always nice to finish something, isn't it?
Yes, they're gorgeous. You're so clever.
I like a dopamine hit of
You want your leaves back in there as well?
yeah.
I think they're gorgeous.
And then my whip is the third goddess.
So we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I just kicked the table.
I have finished my yellow hat, which is gorgeous.
Have
it's
you
like
washed it?
I haven't washed it. I've steamed it, but feel how soft it is. It's like a board. Like you'd buy that in John Lewis,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Because I've got my hair down. I should put it on.
Oh, it's cute.
And that kind of, some people on the pattern they wear them up, but I like it.
I think it depends how trendy you are.
Yeah, I'm not trendy, but I love this colour.
Mm.
So I want to buy all the colours of Weekend of Kinross foreplay now, and knit hats
How
all
much
year.
is Kinross foreplay?
£9 a skein.
50 grams?
Yeah,
Is it 50 grams?
yeah.
Well, I think maybe if you get to the end of the year, having done your challenge,
Yeah.
you can buy some more.
Okay. And I was thinking that I have got blue and I've got
Unless
grey
we go to a yarn show
that
where
sells
they're there.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
Yarn Day. I'm not going there.
Not even to get Kinross
No.
foreplay.
No, I would buy some and not tell anybody.
Cackle, cackle.
So it's
Oh, it's cute. Can I try it on?
yeah. Jo's on a lower chair than me today. It's quite funny. I'm taller. So yeah, so it's the world's easiest hat. It's a free pattern, and there's fingering, sport weight, and DK in the pattern,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's just the cutest thing. You probably need the next size down. And then I cast on a second one as soon as it had come off the needles, and I finished that because I think I've got a feeling these are becoming my vanilla socks because it's just they're just
Well, you don't have to stop and do a heel.
no exactly, and the decreases are so quick. There was a bit that was less like a yellow stripe right in front of you there.
That one's cute.
I sent Jo a picture last night of this, and I said this might be a gift because I'm not sure about the yellow stripe in front. She said it needs blocking. So
She was right.
I blocked it. I steamed it today because it can't really do anything with it. You can steam the top, but there's no way. It's like a cinched in. There's no way of like making that
Smooth.
yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
I mean, if you want like the yarn to soften up or something, you would, but you know, it's. And so the first one out of these that I knitted, I did the decreases that are on the musselburgh, and it doesn't sit as nicely.
Yeah.
Whereas this is lovely.
Yeah.
And this yarn is Rosarius 4. I've got it somewhere. The label. It's called Merian. I got this from Beautiful Knitters.
I've knit baby.
This
things
colour,
in
yeah,
it.
this colour is called a riverbank or riverbed.
It's really soft, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's 100% merino. It's gorgeous, and I did put in. I thought I put in somewhere what I had left. Did you see? No,
I haven't been through your bag.
It was. I had like gram left. 1.6 grams of the one, so it's you know I didn't weigh it before, so I don't know if I'd.
Yeah, but if it's a bit bigger.
But 100-gram ball. So I've got
Commercial yarn doesn't tend to be too much more than.
So I've got another skein of this, and I'm going to make some wristers.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, so it's lovely, and I have bought some. It's in my acquisitions, so you shall see that in a bit. Because I've been naughty, but you know.
Well, naughtiness stops now.
Does it? Okay. But what if you've got a plan to use it straight away? Because the problem we've got is that we buy too much at yarn shows, and so our stash is out of control. And
yeah, but you've got stash that you could knit one of those in. You didn't need to buy more yarn to knit a hat.
The colours have got beautiful. I got
Anyway,
two,
we're not going to get into
and
this
I got
here.
two, so I'm not going to knit two hats. But I am thinking of knitting some hats for charity.
Right.
They obviously don't want merino wool they can't wash.
Yeah.
When they can wash it, maybe. Anyway, it's beautiful, and they sell it at the Laughing Hens. You can wash it in the washing machine. It's eco-friendly. It's beautiful. Right, whips.
Well, there's a whip. 2 whips. I'll just quickly show you the one that you've seen already if you watched previous episodes. This is the 3rd Goddess. Not very much was done on this Goddess because of this, really. And another thing that I'm going to show you in a minute. And also finishing the other 2. So
You have done lots of knitting.
the 3rd one is the star stitch again, but in a vertical pattern. And so we'll be going beautiful horizontal when you wear it, as opposed to stripy.
I want to test this one.
Yeah. So this is my next one to concentrate on.
Yeah.
I've written half of all the patterns for all 3. So the whole of one pattern, the whole of the first one, half of the other 2. So then
I've got
it's
6.
moving along.
I've got 6 whips.
Right. Okay. It's moving along, and
Yeah, but I don't think that the plan is to have 3 separate patterns in an ebook that will be cheaper.
yeah.
We'll have a discount. So there's no need to publish them all together.
No, but I want to get them written because I've got other things.
Oh, right, okay. Fair dues.
Got other things coming up.
So, I have finished 1 wrist warmer. The ends are not sewn in, but that's finished as far as I'm concerned. These are Chili and Rose in Isaiah Highland wool. It is definitely a light fingering.
Yeah.
It's
Have you washed it?
I haven't washed it yet. I think it will bloom, but it's just to wear like that in my coat. But then if I'm a bit cold, I can do that. And I've done the Jomo, so they're the Jomo wrist warmers, and it'll be the sock pattern's free, so I'll write this up for free if anybody's interested. And I have carried my yarn up the inside, so you don't have to have all those ends. You just got a little bit of it's not even really a jog.
No.
Just a little.
That's not the same stripes as the Jomo.
No, because the Jomo socks are self-striping.
Right.
So this is, you could do it in self-striping wrister with a contrast.
Yeah.
Nice. But it's kind of, and I'm going to do, this is 64 stitches. So I'm going to write it for 64 and 72.
Right. Yeah, and you haven't done any shaping or anything?
I haven't done any shaping. I've done a long cuff at the bottom and a shorter cuff at the top, so you can kind of tell. And I might mirror the cable on the second one.
Do you do that on the socks?
Yeah. So the only difference really from the sock is that I wanted them in the centre.
Right.
So I've changed the number of stitches I knit before I start the pattern. But you don't have to think about that. I will write the pattern.
But you could literally put that anywhere on your wrist anyway.
Yeah, you could. yeah, and that doesn't show too much, but it's nice to have that there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's one, and I do want a softer pair. I think it will soften up, but I'm glad that I didn't knit my Rosie in this and have it around my neck. I wouldn't have worn it, I don't think. But yeah, so that's the Jomo Ristas, and they are in
a lot more yarn.
Yes, I've used. Did I say in a text to Ruth?
Oh, something like 30 grams altogether.
Less than 30 grams
Really?
altogether. I think it's like 16.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
I think there's 5 of that.
Ah, yes.
And yes, so I've got 2 each of these, and there's plenty of yarn.
Would you wear it as a hat?
I don't know. Maybe it'd be, I don't know, because the problem I have with hats is that I generally don't wear them. If it's too cold, I don't go outside. So
yeah,
I find that I get warm. I get too warm. Why am I knitting so many hats? No, those ones I can wear that in the house.
Why would you sit with that?
I like it. I kind of got used to a beanie when I was bold.
Yeah, I suppose.
My favourite beanie is in my handbag.
I wear a shawl around my neck all the time, but I wouldn't wear
so
a hat
I want
in
to
the
knit.
house.
I want to knit. This beanie was £4 from Amazon. There was 2 pack, a grey one and a navy blue one. So I want to knit a navy blue.
Is that
one of those?
Right. Without rib?
No.
Oh,
no,
right.
no. But navy blue that in a really fine gauge. So.
And have you bought navy blue in your acquisitions?
No, I've got plenty of navy blue yarn at home.
Oh right, I thought you were going to buy a navy blue Kinross for all ply.
No, I'm tempted, but I have got almost a whole ball of Regia silk left over from my eyelet drop tea, so I'm going to be using that. But this is living in my. You've got the same one. My bag from.
I've got the sock.
You've got the little one, yeah, from little grey girl. So we'll be seeing Jem tomorrow. If you ever watch this, Jem. Right. The big boy. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be able to stay in here much longer. I'm not sure what bag it's going to go in. It'll have to go in like a tote or something.
Will it go in fat squirrel bag?
Maybe. It's got my 2 whips.
My cardigan was in the fat. Ended up in the fat squirrel.
It's
bag.
got my 2 sweater whips
Oh,
in it.
right.
So this is my self-drafted raglan brushed Surrey alpaca held double that I showed last time. I didn't have enough yarn. I needed to even up the stripes so that I would use less burgundy. Do you want pockets? That's a private joke. So Jo frogged it for me back to the 4 rows of camel.
Yeah.
And I have knitted this much since. I've split for sleeves and done about that much. And we still think I'm not going to have enough burgundy. So I've ordered 2, is that the silk? It's a bit bobbly. Oh, there.
Did you not do one of the strands?
I don't know, I'm very careful, tell you. I don't believe how careful I am, but
anyway, doesn't matter.
sorry.
Now.
Yeah, so I have bought 2 balls of grey, like a mid-grey.
We can't find the same dye lot.
No. So the colour that I've got some blue, but we didn't think it would look.
No.
So what I'm going to do is so I finish this burgundy stripe, do another camel stripe, do a stripe of grey, a stripe of camel, and the ribbing, and that should be enough.
And I think you should do the same on the sleeve.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do the same on the sleeve. So the sleeves, I have to have enough to start the burgundy, because I've only done 4 rows of burgundy.
Yeah.
So I might wait. I'm waiting for the
How many more burgundy have you got?
3.
These 2 and 3 more.
Yeah.
And you've knit all that with
2.
2.
And that, and those bits of that.
I don't know whether you're. I think you're going to be
Well,
fine.
I weighed it and I'm not sure.
Oh right, okay.
Anyway, I'm loving it. I potentially am going to do one the same, but with a single strand of pink and blue that I've got left in my stash.
Right.
Because I really like it. And
Oh,
so it's
I'm a bit
basically the Lady Violet, but I've taken out the lace and moved the raglan to where it should be. And I'm knitting size 3, and I'm knitting it on 6mm.
When it's held double, that's really like, it feels very like a teddy bear.
Yeah, and it also feels like drops air. So if they'd had those colours, I could have just knitted it in drops air.
I think
it doesn't.
No, because it doesn't have the core.
Ah, yeah. So it's got silk.
Yeah.
As the core. I think that's going to be very warm.
Well, the drops air is really warm.
I have to go camping or something. Anyway, now I've got to cram it back in here, but it's living in this number 13, I think, redesigned bag, which I also got from Little Grey Girl. And yeah, so I'm just like doing half an hour a day on it, unless I get an urge to do loads of it. But it's I find it's quite good for my hands to go between big and small, but not to do a lot of big needle knitting.
What needle size were you on?
6mm. So
I find 4.5 is fine. Anything over that, I can't do.
So when I go to knit my sock, it feels like knitting on
3.5 is my.
So I've got 2 socks and a shawl. So that's 6.
No, you've got another hat.
I have got another hat.
Which is hardly anything.
Where did it go? Here. Cool. Do you want me to carry on?
Just show the yarn of the hat, because to be honest, you've already talked about the world's easiest hat. You're not going to say much more about it.
It's living in this beautiful hair bag that Jo gave me. The colours are just chef's kiss. And so I've done that much. I was supposed to do it in the car, but we ended up doing something else. Working out something else we're going to talk about later. And so I didn't get much knitting done. But this is Lottie's yarn.
Oh, yeah.
High twist. Yeah, high twist. This is zebra.
Wow.
Very dark colours. And I can't remember the colourway. And I hand wound it for a hat, and knowing I was going to cast on a hat with it. I don't know where I've put the ball band, but I will look back through when I bought it from Yorkshire Yarn Fest in 2024. I will look back at the podcast and we will put it in the show notes. But it's beautiful, like navy and green, and for some reason it's either got something to do with King Arthur or Robin Hood. That kind of
it's beautiful
thing. It may be nothing to do with that.
Dark and moody,
but yeah. So I'm going to be knitting on that, I think, this weekend. Get a bit done. Cool. Fine.
Go on then.
So
in your jazzy bag.
This is a new bag, which wasn't meant to be for knitting, but it was sizably bigger than when it arrived.
Than you thought it was going to be.
Yes, it is like a paper paper fabric, and it's from Caroline Gardner in their sale, and it's quite cute. And And it's
Is it like rose gold?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very sparkly in the reel.
I think it's more me than
Oh, well, sucks for you. It's the second time I've said that to him. I said it to Joe's husband this morning. So I had purchased this skein of Cherie on Sparkle from Birdstreet Yarn when I bought the yarn for my Christmas ribbons socks, because I didn't know I could until I saw the pale blue. I didn't know if to choose between that and this, and I chose the pale blue. So this was wound up, hanging around, and Beks had a new episode at the weekend, weekend, and she had finished her Simon socks in Cherie, not on Sparkle, I don't think, and Piglet. So I messaged Claire and I said, where can I get my hands on some Piglet on Sparkle? And she said, you can't. And I said, hi Twist. No. So we've got it on merino sock, and I will send you some and I will wind it for you. So lovely Claire, I love you so much. And so she sent me this skein of Piglet. So this was a gift. And I cast on a Simon. I haven't done very much. I'm on I've nearly finished section 1. But it's beautiful.
Can you see the sparkle?
You can't see the sparkle. I just saw it then. So it's
like a Valentine's sign.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I actually plan to do some of that tonight. I plan to do a bit of everything because I'm a bit behind on my, but I have one other thing to show you about this. So that's Simon number 8 for me.
I've lost count.
And number 7 is the one in Coast that's on hold. But Joe bought me this little charm in San Diego or San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And it's perfect because it's big. So Piglet is on the Piglet shawl. It's a big massive mound next to me here. Right, you go.
So my only other whip at the moment is Scrappy, and I should have brought all the yarn with me
Cold
to show,
coffee.
but I didn't. I've only got a little bit of the yarn that I pulled out. So I was just messing around and I found a bag that Rachel had given me of a load of little scraps.
I wound her loads of 5 gram or 10 gram balls.
Yes. And I was just...
She was going to do a northeasterly, weren't you?
Yeah, I've still got the northeasterly on the needles. Yeah. But I'd also... that needs to go through to the other side. Got the Advent. So when the year before, we bought the Fibre Fox. 2024 Advent. And
so I had it at my house and knitted each day.
You wound me off.
Wound it into 2 10 gram balls.
Yeah. So I've got 10 grams of the 24 days. And I started knitting a Paul clay sweater, and it's not high, it's not...
Was it difficult to know what colours to put together because you didn't know what was coming?
Well, I tried it 2 ways. I tried it with... So, of the 24, I took 1 and 13 together, 2 and 14.
Yeah.
That, because on the Paul clay sweater, it's basically squares, and then you light and dark squares, and then you alternate.
That looks okay.
But because of the way the increases work, if you don't have high contrast between your bands of colour, they start to overlap.
Right.
So all the say one with the fade, 1 was pink and 13 was blue. You started getting 13 and 14 on top of each other because of the way the increases worked.
Right.
So, and I also looked, then I tried it.
So you want to knit it, don't you?
Yeah. Then I tried it doing 1 with 3, 2 with 4, 5 with 7, 6 with 8.
Yeah.
And that just, and I looked at it and I thought, I'm not going to wear this. So
how much did you get done?
I knit the collar, the turtleneck.
Twice. The
No,
turtleneck.
I undid it back to the turtleneck.
Oh right.
And then
What colour's your main colour?
it's like a denim blue colour.
Right.
But I think what I want is the one that the older lady is wearing on the cover pattern.
Like
cover.
muted, but
It's like
muted brights.
rusts and greens and navy and
Is it
mustard.
Jamesons and Smith?
Yeah.
We'll just do that then.
So yeah, I'm gonna maybe towards the end of the year I'll treat myself to.
If we've been good. If
Yeah.
we've done our...
Yeah.
I like those. Have you bought those?
Yeah. Anyway, so I've been using that, and I was thinking about using it for. I think I'm going to make a Simon with it.
Yeah.
And do the 1 and 13, and it'll fade really lovely, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I found this bag of minis, and I was looking through for a stitch pattern, and obviously in the stitch directory a lot of patterns are in one colour.
Yeah.
They're not striped or anything. But I found this little star. It's like a little flower stitch.
That's really cute.
And it looks really nice.
From a distance, it looks like a little...
I think it looks crocheted.
Let me think. A bit, maybe. But I like the fact that the colour is this bit. It makes it look like that's the plant,
Yeah.
the flower.
Yeah. So
That's beautiful.
split all of the little balls into...
What's the background colour?
They're all different.
Ah.
So I split them into lights and darker.
Yeah.
Because they're not all dark, but and then I started with this turquoise, and I thought, I'm just going to add a little shot of colour, and then on the other end I'm going to do the yellow with a shot of turquoise.
Ah, beautiful.
And then this.
I think you've got all the botanical yarn sock colours.
Yeah, so I'm just.
Oh.
But I did have a moment the other day where I thought I'd counted the stitches and I was like, have I been doing my increases wrong? And I suddenly had a thought, and then I realised I hadn't. I was perfectly fine.
What's this thing?
That's a semi-precious stone.
I know, but
on a.
it doesn't hang right, does it?
It was
won't go around the bend.
no. It was just to mark the right side when I first started off. It does go around the bend.
Oh, right,
Anyway,
I've
so-
obviously gone round the bend.
Right, so hold that. So I've picked some
From a
other
distance?
colours. So I've got this blue, which is
From She's Electric, I
yeah,
think.
and then I'm either going to do
Wool Kitchen.
I'm either going to do this colour with it,
Yeah.
or this Monarda.
This is what I did my socks with. She's Electric sock. Electric Dreams socks.
So that's got like tones of orange and stuff in it.
I think that needs to go with a different colour. I think that one's...
got the Monarda with a different
Yeah.
colour, and then that's the next background for when.
And is it easy?
Yeah, full row repeat. That's the next background for when that one
And
comes
what
out.
size is it going to be?
It's a full,
2 skeiners,
Yeah.
equivalent.
yeah.
Cecil.
And then I had started the design that I wanted to do with a little grey girl yarn, and it didn't work because it's high twist,
Right.
and it's a lot of the one yarn, and it wasn't holding the stitch pattern
Right. Does she do
very well.
not high twist?
So what I was planning on doing was this in 2 colours,
Right.
with the Surrey as the background and the fingering as the
In her yarn.
foreground in her
Right.
yarn. So in the pattern they'll be scrappy and
And how many stitch repeat is it?
4.
Because so I could put I wanted to put Simply Beautiful
Yeah,
on so that would work on that.
yeah. Perfect. So yeah, that's what I've, you know when you start something and you can't, the only reason I put it down was to knit that. And I didn't want you to know about it. I did tell you, because I wanted to show you something about it. But I was talking to you while I was doing it.
Yeah, and you were doing it under that.
Yeah.
I've got something to show you as well. There's going to be crochet corner.
All right.
In a minute.
It's not a present for me, is
No,
it?
it's not a present for you. Neither having a present again. Although it might be one of our bingo squares. Right, so this is another purchase. I've just loved
Been coveting one of those.
coveting Beks's. This is Lizzy Sews, and she is a lovely, lovely lady. And she doesn't have an Etsy shop or anything, but you message her, DM her on Instagram, or she has got an email, and you choose your fabric and your size. This is a small, so
How do you choose your fabric?
you look back through ones on Instagram that she's shown.
Oh right, okay.
But I haven't asked her the question.
Right.
You want to know, but and I just fell in love with these coffee drinking gnomes. And then this is the little progress keeper you get, like a little, I'm going to keep it on there, a little cup of coffee. And then I chose a gingham. And then she also sent me as a little present this little yarn bowl.
Oh.
So you choose the size. She sends you all the prices. And if you want, I didn't want pockets inside, so that's a little bit extra. And then it's got this frame, so it and there are nice webbing handles. And there's another thing that side.
Nice.
And I just wanted it for socks, really, of course. But it can actually fit 3 pairs of socks in it. So I started having all my socks together and my notions pouch for the socks in there, so that I don't need loads of sets of DPNs, and well, I've got them, of course. So I started my first pair of vanilla socks for 2026, and these are, I'm gonna hold that, beautiful colours.
Oh, I like that bit.
That's my favourite bit too. So this is called
It looks stripy on the. It looks less stripy in real life.
Yeah. This yarn is called Landlust, the Socken Wool. And it is from...
Is it German? Socken wool?
I think it's from Lindy Hobby. I think it's German.
They have a lot of nice sock yarn, don't they?
Yeah. And according to
really soft.
when I checked,
Well, lots softer
according to
than-
my order, I bought 4 different ones. So I don't know where they are. I'll find them.
It's
in
a
my
lot
house.
softer than I was expecting
Yeah,
it
it's
to be.
beautiful. It's merino. It's 80/20, super fine merino and polyamide.
Nice.
And it's got a twist. It's like mimicking hand spun, I would say. And
Kababa pole.
yeah. So, and then I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are. Don't be giving these away to a nurse.
Oh, she loved them. She sent me an email saying how much she loved the Betty's. Yes. So, I need to work out what the pattern was that I gave the other nurse so I can knit them again. Because, yeah. Anyway, vanilla socks. If anybody's interested.
That would make a nice hat.
It would have, wouldn't it?
When you find the other 3.
Yeah. Can make a hat. Yeah, because it's really soft. So it's about £8 of wool from Lindy Hobby. And then my second sock is a new design, which may become a Bridgerton sock. It's in, this yarn has been knitted 3 or 4 times. This has now found its home, which happens, has been happening to me lately. But this is botanical yarn from the winter 2022 winter floral box. They don't have colourways, they were just different. And I've steamed the the leg so you can see the pattern. And it's just lacy kind of hexagon-y or lozenge. Is it easier if I put something, my hand behind it?
Yeah.
It's a very simple pattern just on the front, because I've been enjoying knitting a bit of plain, and it's like every other row is knit, so it's very relaxing and
make a nice wristlet.
repetitive. Yeah, so it's
Saying that just on your wrist then.
That's what Sally Trollope says. Whenever she's knitting any of my sock designs, she thinks that would make a nice hand warmer. What are they called? Finger mitt. So yeah, so I'm on the gusset, and but I wanted to wait so I could get that on the blocker easily to steam.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those will be. I might even do a test knit. But do you think the thing is as well? The character, the new wife, is called Sophie. I don't really want a Sophie sock, but I do put in brackets Bridgerton season.
Yeah.
So people know it's Bridgerton, but because there's Sophie everything.
Well, why don't we wait till you've watched it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So these might just be a pattern.
Because it
What
could
do we
be,
think?
it could be, I don't know, like Sophie's something
Yeah.
sock.
But what do people think? Do you like it as a pattern?
I'd like it on the whole sock.
All the way around?
Could you easily do that?
You can, but you have to move your
Right.
marker, which some people find annoying. Yeah, you don't remember.
Oh, excuse me. This has been.
It's also
knocking down
difficult.
for a little bit of time.
It's also difficult to put it onto a 72 stitch sock because it's an 8 stitch repeat. So you get 9, but then you get 4.5 on the foot. So you have to kind of do what I would do is I knit 2 and then I do the 64 and knit 2 at the end on the foot of the 72. So 36 stitches.
Yeah.
So I could do it.
Don't do it just for me.
Let me know what you think. I mean, Joe's the reason why I have a different heel in my Simon socks. So she might as well make a decision about this. But let me know
No,
what you
I
think.
like it, and I think most of the time you don't really look at the back of your leg, do you?
No, and it's just nice down the front. I have been known to say that is a lazy design because they haven't worked out how to put it all around the front.
Yeah.
But some people don't want lace all over
No.
either. So yeah, so
If they do, they can work it out themselves, can't they?
yeah, or just ask me and I'll tell you, but it's not going in the pan. If you like, hopefully those are just going to be worked on, but definitely check out Lizzy. I did bring her little sign. Okay. She's communication was brilliant. You pay via
Rachel's
PayPal.
been eating chocolate and she's got some energy and I haven't been
You
eating
pay
chocolate.
you had some biscuits, I'm fine. You pay via PayPal, and we will put all information down below. She's got Facebook as well. Cool. I think that is all my whips, apart from crochet corner.
I've brought some yarn that I'm going to be knitting into things.
Oh, that's good. We can talk about that
in the chat if you
yeah.
want. Go on then.
Because I brought.
How many things
actually,
are in crochet corner?
2.
All right.
The same. They're the same. I bought.
Just pull that down my back.
I brought with me my oldest project.
Ooh.
Whip that I found. Right, so close your eyes. So this was just an idea.
Can I open them?
Yeah. So I was looking for just something that I could easily crochet to get to do some crochet. So I discovered the rectile.
What's rect?
Stop it! Rectangle granny blanket, and it's a free pattern, or you can purchase it without ads, and I have purchased the pattern because I really want to support her. But there's pictures and everything on the free thing, but it's got those annoying, loads of crochet patterns are free, but there's loads of ads going on and stuff. It's very
yeah, makes your eyes
so I'm going to put it on, but no, let me just tell you about first. So this is a crazy Zauber ball, and you cast on, you crochet, you chain. Well, I just chained until it was 8. It looked like it was 8 inches. I didn't even, but it's multiples of the with blah. Because I'm not going to say it because the pattern, it is a free pattern, but so the way you work it out is the length, the width you want minus the height. For me, I guess it's not really for. I'm not sure if it's the width or the height, but for me, it was, I wanted it to be about 24 inches around and about 16 inches long. So you take away 16 from 24 and you start, you chain this bit so it looks like it's about 8, that's about 8 inches. But it's a multiple of blah. And then you use that as a little foundation and you start going in the round. And then I ended up, thank goodness, I weighed before my last round. I weighed it, and then I weighed it.
Sorry, when you go in the round,
It's all in the round.
Do you have to?
Here, you increase on the corners.
On the corners,
yeah. So you get this. You get the granny. Then I've joined it together. So you get the granny corners going up, diagonal thing. So. Well, they're mainly on the back, aren't they? Then you get the rows on the front, stripes on the front, and it was, you know how Zauber balls, they don't really repeat. This repeated twice at the same point. So but not like, it was when I got back around, it repeated. It's on the back somewhere. Doesn't matter. You don't need to see that really, but. I was that there, and that's been all the way around, different colour, come back to this colour, and it's in the same place as the other colour, but it is on the back. So my plan was to do ribbing at the top and the bottom, but it's pretty long anyway. So what I did was with another colour, I just crocheted. This is Malabrigo 4-ply. I crocheted all the way around into the. Like a single crochet, a double crochet in the UK, and then I crocheted it together along the seam, inside out, on the wrong side, and then I did the rib on the top, but it was this is thicker, and it didn't look very good, and also when I tried it on,
it looks fine like that.
It's which is this? It is plenty long enough. But I also thought about doing an I-cord around the top and the bottom.
And with the crochet, you get so much more of a chunk of the colour than if you knit a row.
Yeah, it would be all the way around. It would be
not as sort of defined.
Yeah, so it's the shape Joe hates, but it's I think it's lovely in a coat, very colourful. And I've only steamed it.
It's very Santa Fe.
Yeah, I think it looks like my Klimt blanket.
Oh, I know. I was thinking of Indian.
Yeah, turquoise
and red and coral.
So if you just feel that, I've only steamed that, and it's gone so much more drapey.
Yeah.
But I have started another one in hand-dyed yarn, and this is. That's where you go along the top to start the next round.
Oh,
right. So this is, so you basically start you join here, and then each time you come along, each round you join one further over. So by the time you finish, it's...
and it's just because that's yellow that you notice it.
Yeah. And by the time you finish up here, it's not in. It's like in the middle of the. I don't even know where I sewed in the end.
It doesn't matter.
But it's moved over quite a lot.
Yeah.
So this yarn is Life in the Long Grass. This is some of the very first hand-dyed yarn that I owned, which I bought from a D-stash. And this colourway is Tide Pool. And it's just merino sock, but it's soft. And I wound it all that time ago. This was during lockdown, I think. No, I had the hand-dyed yarn before then. I think maybe it was when I was in hospital or something like that. I was treating, or when I was just out, I was treating myself. So I've just started it, but this one I want to be shallower. So I have done 10 inches.
See, that's it's beautiful, but you don't get the stitch definition because of the
because it's not
stripy.
stripes. So this is the middle, and this is just an experiment really. So I've done 10 inches rather than 8.
Right.
So I want it to be shallower
And drape
and soft,
like more like a like a cowl on a cowl neck on a jumper. Then.
So I'm going to do. Hopefully, I'll have enough yarn to do it a little bit wider, and shallower. And I think it's going to be for a friend of mine because it's really soft. But I think the colours are beautiful, and when you crochet, you often have a problem with pooling and stuff. But this changes so often.
Yeah.
That I think it's going to be fine. But yeah. So the pattern is, I should tell you the pattern by, but it's on my phone. It'll be in the notes below. I thought of their name.
Doesn't matter.
No. So yeah. So this is. I love it. Oh my god, my watch thought I'd
that back in the note.
My watch thought I'd done 260 minutes of exercise because crochet is yeah. Yeah, no, I couldn't stop. I started that and it did that in 2 days. And knitted the thing and ripped it out.
Sorry, have you just done that?
Yeah, I did it this week.
Oh right, I was
finished it.
You said that you had your oldest whip.
Yeah, it's down there.
Oh right.
I finished this.
I thought that was the oldest whip.
No, I finished this. I cast it on. I'll tell you. It's in my book. I started it on Tuesday and I finished it on yesterday because I decided not to do the ribbing.
Oh,
I was gonna do ribbing in the holes of yarn double and do the ribbing. Then I just tried it on and I thought all the people are gonna be looking at is the colour.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
So if you don't want to do a blanket, then
and that's one sourable.
Yeah, there was 4 grams left, which wasn't enough to do a round. So yeah, love it. So shall I just quickly show my acquisitions and then we'll talk about chat?
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Drink some water or something, or go and eat some more biscuits. Go over there and eat a banana. No, there's a pear. It's only 2 things. You bought some as well.
I did, and I forgot all about it.
So Birdstreet had a sale, and we love John and Claire, so we will always support them. And
I bought sparkles too.
So I bought the Man from Atlantis on Sparkle. Look at that.
I bought spruce.
And that's got some purples in it as well. But I think that might be
a Simon.
And then I bought,
I think it needs to be with cream.
Falling with Style. And that's going to be socks, I think.
I got some Surrey Cloud called Midnight in the Garden.
Yeah. And then I basically got, this is from Laughing Hens. Sorry for the crinkling. And this is to knit another hat. In the picture online, the brown was much more prominent than it looks on this ball, and the pink looked like a little flash. And I kind of want the brown as my brim of my hat. So I was going to open up, see what's in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't really want to wind off any yarn, but there's plenty in here. There's 300 meters. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's just beautiful. It's like this pink to red, and then the tan. So that brown was
names,
the most.
or is it just numbers?
It is numbers, but there was a name. It's colour S532. I can't remember what we'll put. If there's a name on my order, we'll put it below. And this is the colour that was the main on the swatch that they show. They have really lovely gauge swatches on there, or colour swatches on their colours. And it's
So were you shocked when you opened the package?
no, because I love the pink, but obviously you don't know where it's going to start.
Yeah.
So
I think the grey would be alright as you.
yeah, but the gut won't be the whole brim, will it?
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
I mean, the brown might not be the whole brim. But yeah, so it's, and if I start from the middle, the brown goes into the grey and the pink goes into the brown. So if I have brown into grey on my brim, it won't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's wool, silk and mohair and nylon, polyamide. But yeah, it's on sale.
It's
as well.
it's an interesting colour combination in that it cools into warms.
They have lovely colours though, and we have just bought, we looked again, I was showing Jo what I bought, as you do, and they had an Aran, a ball of Aran called, the colourway was Momo, and that was what our nieces and nephews called our mum, who was Mo. They called her Momo. So we had to get it, didn't we? There was one left as well, so we had to get it. So these are the colours of the merino, of the Merin that I bought.
But candy floss.
And on the picture, the yellow stood out a lot more. But I think that would be beautiful. That.
Yeah.
Either that, or I was thinking to knit a Simon. No. So show the
maybe with a navy or something.
Yeah. So show the people. So this is colour 7, and that is colour
27.
So they
that one looks like candy.
yeah, they'd sold, I got 2 of each. They had, that was from a company called Ethel and M that I haven't heard of before. So they came up when I searched for it. There was quite a lot sold out of colours that sold out, and I wanted 2, so yeah. But the on that website they had the names.
Oh,
so I'll
right,
go and
yeah.
look and see what the names were, and we'll put them down below. So that and my gnome bag are my acquisitions.
Cool.
So that's not too bad for 2 weeks, is it?
No.
And I was very incentivised by my knitting. So yeah, so you've got 2 projects you've got to start.
2 projects I want to start. This is my second Beks shawl. The Beks came out this
You were
weekend.
going to talk, I was supposed to talk about that at the beginning. You didn't. Where is it?
We thought we showed it last time. So this is my second Beks, and this yarn, when I was winding this, I was just like, oh my god, look at
Where's that from?
that's Mamie and Florrie, Meet Me in Times Square.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, this is Mamie and Florrie, Whaley Bridge Post Office.
It's got to be. Oh, we've got a bit of sparkle. Beautiful. That is beautiful.
I was just like,
So
how
Perfect.
does she do it?
Yeah. well, we've started, Amy's got the new subscription, or
This year's club.
yeah, it started. So I'm not sure if it's still available. I think it might be till the 20 something, so it might be. But we have loved it, and this year we are getting, Joe's getting
2 different bases.
You're getting merino and mohair, and I'm getting merino and alpaca fluff. So I'm going to knit 12 Joannas.
And then this is going to be a hat.
Oh my goodness. Where's that from?
That's BotanicalYarn.
That's highlighter. Oh my, where's that?
That's
Angora lamb's wool. Where was that from?
that.
Oh, in Cumbria.
No, I bought that from Ginger Twist.
That's gorgeous.
Do you think that would look nice together?
What, holding it together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I need it to be slightly heavier weight than the
Right.
DK.
What hat's it going to be?
One of the cabin essence cabin, whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Just
Beautiful.
a simple.
I see you coming.
Mm.
And me, we'll wear our yellow hats together.
Yeah.
We can be yellow hat twins.
But I really like that, but I don't know if that would be on it. I think that. Well, I'm going to knit a bit and see what.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like.
think it'll look lovely. I've got that yellow that I bought at the summer to knit.
And that's in my 7 Magpie studio bag, who are here tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah.
That's my 2 things I've got planned. There was something else I was going. Oh, the things I got some stitch markers, some needle stoppers.
Yeah, and my only project is my Lizzy with this.
Brilliant. Can I put them in here? Yes. So those. Oh, I got them from Amazon because you get loads. They're meant to be beads for necklaces or whatever. And I just thought,
Are these for me to have some?
yeah. And then I also got these.
These are going to be going in prizes.
In prizes, yeah.
So T and P.
You can have T and P on your needles with your project bag. Yeah.
Oh.
But
We haven't. Our project bags sales have dwindled.
Well, I'm going to have the bright yellow ones on
You
mine.
are. So if anybody is interested, we haven't got any with us today to show you, but go back and look at previous episodes. We are selling the grey ones and donating money to Maggie's Centre. So
We haven't shown them for the last couple of podcasts.
No. So if anybody's looking for a few people have tagged us, been knitting, like put them in their pictures on Instagram and stuff. But you know, we will be. One of them will definitely be in the giveaway for the Podiversary.
Yeah.
Are we doing that now? Do the bingo now?
We could just mention it and then
Do a
tag
maybe
it
do a
onto
separate.
tag it onto the
Okay,
2025.
So we've got another video planned for you guys, which is our recap of 2025. We will not be showing all of our projects.
I think we should do that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
When we next meet up, because
Right.
I haven't brought my list of
Right.
all my projects with me.
Okay.
I
That's a bit
realised I
silly.
completely forgot.
So yeah, but we will do it, but we're not going to be showing everything we knitted anyway.
No.
So I mean, it'll be a separate video, and if you don't, you can watch it if you're interested. But I mean, I cast on 82 things last year, and I'm not going to be showing all that. Who wants to see that?
Yeah.
And also, I don't have half of it. So and we've decided to do a bingo, a Twinset and Purl bingo this year, and it's more of a challenge. It's between me and Joe. Well, we're definitely going to challenge each other.
Yeah.
But we would,
If anybody wants to join in,
then that would be great.
so we're going to put
And the other thing that I just wanted to say was that when we asked about if you wanted extra episodes, or we went out together and what I meant was, I didn't mean that we would record a Zoom with lots of people in it. What I meant was that Joe and I would film separately but together, and we would put that up every other week. so that we could talk more
Maybe
about.
we should do our 2025 like that.
Yeah, and try it.
And we're going to need to buy Zoom, I think, to
Yeah,
get the...
side by side.
Yeah,
That's fine. We need to buy Zoom.
yeah.
It's going to go over 40 minutes anyway, so we need to do that, and that's fine. So, and then we can also do more Zooms
Yeah.
with people who want to join in. I mean, somebody said they weren't going to join another one. So,
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
no, it's not.
And
And we have to be in the right mood as well to do it.
we weren't very well the
No.
last one. So, yeah. It's all the
Yeah.
things have to combine.
Yeah, they do. So we will stop now, end it now, say goodbye, and we'll be back at some point with our recap of 2025. I keep saying 2020, don't I?
Yeah.
And then we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. So the pattern of the pod will last until then.
We were thinking we might record a bit about this show and add it on to the end.
Yeah.
But it will depend on how timing works tomorrow.
So we're going to talk. We won't talk about the show and what we buy until.
Well, if we get back
in time.
Yeah, if we get back in time, we'll do it. If not, it'll be in the next times.
Yeah. We might show our hauls on Instagram.
Yeah.
Be what's the word when you accountable.
Honest and
yeah. Anyway, it's been lovely, and we need to put the aircon back on because it's a bit chilly in here. But we will see you all soon.
Yeah.
And happy knitting.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.